Hey, Shalom, Makim Shalom. Excuse me. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that's what teaching this truth. Much peace, love, and salutation to the elect, beginning with the 144,000, all the way down to the large multitude that believes and who the Lord will deliver in these last days. To you all I say Shalom. I'm the brother Tazamah from the Great Millstone Dallas Camp, coming back today with another quick lesson. And Lord willing, today this lesson will be edifying to the elect. And I want to do a quick lesson going in on this article that you see here on the screen. This is from the People's Voice.tv. And the title reads, it says, The View. It says, avoid holiday gatherings with pro-Trump friends and family members. Now, this whole thing is going on between this recent election that just happened between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Donald Trump, of course, is considered the president-elect, and he still has to be inaugurated in January. But since the election, and even going up before the election, that you've seen, I rather say, a great divide, that's been taking place here within America. Now, the scriptures does say, in the scriptures, all right, when you get Matthew the 12th chapter, Yahweh Shai did say that a kingdom that's divided against itself can't stand. All right, this is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. It says, and Yahweh Shai knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And that word desolation means destruction. All right, it says, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Okay, now this is biblical prophecy. This is what Yahweh Shai said. When you have a nation that's divided and you have this is supposed to be the United States of America, but you have two parties that oppose one another, which really at the end of the day, it's really all a part of the same beast. Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, it don't matter if it's Joe Biden, Barack Obama, you know what I'm saying? And all these presidents, at the end of the day, they're selected. They're not elected. And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, they all do the bidding of the elite. Okay, the elite families of the Edomites, all right, that are ruling the world in complete wickedness. Okay, they all are following an agenda, So there's not like Donald Trump's on this pro Christian tip, and making America great again with biblical standards. And the thing is that even these Christians, what I'm saying, like they should be these wacky tacky Christians who are democratic, they should be for what Donald Trump is pushing. The non-mutilization of children, stopping the A to the B to the ORTIONSs, banning TRANS philosophy in schools and things of that nature. This whole system and this whole society is rooted in it's rooted in the whole anti-Messiah mindset. Now, Donald Trump is a damn devil too, but it just goes to show you the hypocrisy of the average everyday American. It doesn't matter if they're Republican, it doesn't matter if they're Democratic, man. It just goes to show you the average hypocrisy of the everyday American, man. See? So we're very, very close to seeing shit pop off, And in 2025, as Elder Yashawamba did a lesson the other day, 2025 is going to be it's going to be a hell of a year, man. We're going to see things in heighten. You see, we're going to see more draconian measures be passed. We're going to see more social unrest. We're going to see various different amounts of these things, and they're going to be done in their perfection, because ultimately Babylon the Great, which is America in the scriptures, is slated to be destroyed, and it's really going to be destroyed from the inside out. It's going to begin internally first, and then it's going to formulate outside, ultimately by the thermonuclear missiles, as well as fire from the chariots burning this place up. And the scripture says that it's going to come upon Babylon in its perfection. Okay? Let's get that real quick. Isaiah 47 verse 9, it says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. And the loss of children and widowhood is going to be ultimately by the ICBM thermonuclear missiles and fire from the chariots. You see? All these various different nations in biblical prophecy, Russia, China, Iran, Pakistan, the weaker nations that are saying that they're strong, you see, they're all going to shoot their missiles on this place, as well as on the land of Israel too. Israel is going to be burnt up as well, but Israel, that's our land, and it's going to be built back up, and that's why we're going to have slavery. Think about that, man. The land of Israel is going to be destroyed. So they're gonna have to bury all them dead bodies that's gonna be over there in that region of the earth. Build up our streets with gold. It's gonna be a process. But America is gonna be completely done. It says, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries, right? And for the great abundance of thine enchantments. And that's all that you see going on here in America is an abundance of sorcery and an abundance of the enchantments that go on. And that presidential election was nothing more than just a major enchantment at the end of the day when it's all said and done. You see, and it's really just set to work on the minds and on the emotions of the average everyday American. Okay? Now it says the View hosts are now urging viewers to avoid attending upcoming holiday gatherings with family members who are pro-Trump. You see? Now, those of us that are in the know, we don't give a damn. We don't give a damn who it is. Now, we do believe that Donald Trump is going to be the one that's going to institute the next phase of this in-world order. You see? And we believe through the Spirit, that he's going to be the one that's going to implement the MOTB as well too. If you just look at the individuals in his cabinet, one of the main members who's a part of his cabinet is Elon Musk. And he's the head of he's the head of the whole operations of Neuralink. Donald Trump is now also pretty much setting up an entry-exit biometric system. He wants a digital wall. What does that? What does a digital wall mean? Pretty much, he wants everybody to be tracked and traced. Now, the scriptures also say, let's get it in Matthew 10. I believe it's Matthew 10. Hold on. Here we go. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 21. It says, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child. And the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. You see? And this is what's getting ready to come, man. Mainly for those of us that are preaching, we're going to be primary targets. You see, but it's even going to boil down to, it's even going to boil down to people's immediate households, man. You got people that voted for Donald Trump and then voted for Kamala. It's going to be just tension and turmoil, man. And you already see it happen. And you got these women going crazy, shaving their heads bald, talking about poisoning their husbands. If you voted for Donald Trump and the wife voted for Kamala Harris, you should divorce your husband. And that's the division that the scriptures talk about. It says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. Let me get another one. Man's foes should be they of his own household. I believe this might be actually Luke the 12th chapter. It's in various different. Okay, Matthew. Okay, okay, no, it's just further down in Matthew 10. Okay, this is Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. It says, "Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. And a sword is a killing instrument, but a sword also divides. You see, a sword brings division. Okay." It says, "For I am come to set a man at variance against his father." Now, what does the word variance mean? All right, when you get that word variance is dikadzo. Okay, dikadzo, and it says to set one. It says to cut into two parts. You see that? Cleave asunder, dissever. You see, when you cut into when you cut into two parts, okay, you have a right and you have a left. Now, mind you, you have the left and the right when it comes to the whole presidential elections. You see, but even with the left and the right, with the quote unquote division, they'll give you this whole mindset that everybody should be together in unity, but they'll bring forth the action of division. You see, which is really all just it's really all just witchcraft at the end of the day. It says to set one at variance with, literally, against another. You see, to set one against another. Okay? And that's all what that presidential election stuff does, man. It really just it's really just aimed to stir up the opinions and mindset of the people, the average everyday person, right? So it says, "For I come to set a man at variance against his father." So this is really the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua doing this. It says, "And the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law." See that? "A man's foes shall be they of his own household." And the foe is your enemy. Your enemies will be right in your own household. You see that? And that's what you see happening even on the smaller level right now with this whole presidential debate and Donald Trump wanting to cut particular actions away from people that they can do freely underneath a Democratic president. You see? So it says the warnings come after Yale psychiatrist Amanda Calhoun making headlines last week after she called for liberals. Now, a liberal is another way of saying a Democrat. Liberal means free. Like when you're liberal, that means that you got more freedoms, quote unquote, to a degree. But the conservatives, you have more. You're more, as the word says, you're more conservative when it comes to particular things. It's less open. It says after she called for liberals to completely cut off ties with their Trump supporting friends and family members over the festive season. You see, now that also makes me think of this scripture here. This what is that? Isaiah the 24th chapter. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 7. It says, "The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, and all the merry hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth." Because you got everybody who's divided, man. In the so-called holiday time, the holiday season, as they call it, the Christmas spirit and the whole holiday spirit, it's really a spirit, but it's supposed to be this energy of people coming together and gathering themselves together with family, things of that nature. But nah, you got people openly saying like, nah. And you had the same thing going on during the time of the VAX when that was going out. You had the pro-VAXers and then you had the anti-VAXers. And that caused a division. You see? So we're living at a time where, you have great division happening, and we know, according to the prophecies, that a civil war is eventually going to break out due to all this, man. Okay? It says, let's see, co-host Sunny Hostin agreed with Calhoun's take, saying she completely understands her point to distance from pro-Trump family members. It says, I really do feel that this candidate, President-elect Trump, is just a different type of candidate. From the things he said and the things he's done and the things he will do, it's more of a moral issue for me, and I think it's more of a moral issue for other people. And that's the video there. Let's see. I'm just kind of just glancing through it. Let's see. I'm gonna start down here. It says, and so I think when people feel that someone voted not against their families but against them and against their against the people that they loved, I think it's okay to take a beat. So pretty much, it's like if you voted against Kamala Harris, then you're pretty much voting, or you're standing against your family. And this was a very, very emotionally driven presidential election. Now, once again, we still got time to see if he's gonna be president-elect. Or I'm sorry, not president-elect. We still got time to see if he's gonna be inaugurated in January, because things could happen. But we're going to see a lot of things if he is inaugurated, if Yahweh Basham Shah permits the time to come. We see him get inaugurated, and we're going to start seeing him implement more of his policies. And it's just going to cause people just to get more and more angry. But what did the elite say? What did my man K. Schwab say? He says that we want a more angrier world, and we're seeing the beginning aspects of it happen. And really, it's been going on. Honestly, it's really been going on for some time. You see, but it's just going to continue just to get more and more angrier, I rather say. Ultimately, for biblical prophecy to play out. Remember, Yahweh Shah said that the love of many is going to wax cold. Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many is going to wax cold. Okay? So I just want to do a real quick lesson on this. I pray it was edifying to the elect of Yahweh Basham Shai. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and that's what teaching this truth. And much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. Until next time, Lord willing, I say, Shalom.